Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fabulous day. If you missed it a little bit earlier, I uploaded my thoughts on the new Voluspa Noble Fur Garland, which is actually new for the holiday season 2023. I will link that video in the description box down below as well as in the cards up above in case you are interested in watching that. But before we get into this video here, I apologize about the really dark lighting that's happening right now. The skies just went black. It just started pouring down rain. So I'm actually hoping that the camera can even focus on the candle right now. Sorry if it's a little bit blurry. But in this video, we are discussing Homeworx Raspberry Coconut Snowball, which is definitely a repackage. So this particular scent in this, like as the name Raspberry Coconut Snowball, has been out before in a TSV trio that was available on QVC. Now, I never had that trio, so I've never smelled this one before. But as soon as I received it in PR, I was like, this reminds me of another Homeworx fragrance. Like, I knew it was a repackage of like the same name, but this smells so much like vanilla currant biscotti to my nose. And just to show you guys, I do have a vanilla currant biscotti that I was actually able to compare it to. So this vanilla currant biscotti, let me just make sure that that's focusing again. Okay, we're good. This vanilla currant biscotti was originally released on QVC back in 2019. And I really enjoyed it like the first go around. I have to admit that currant for me is a little bit tough because I have some like not so great memory associations with currant, but honestly, the older I'm getting, the more I'm getting past that negative association. But that being said, currant is not always my favorite, like fruity type scent. But as soon as I opened the Raspberry Coconut Snowball, I was like, this smells a lot like vanilla currant biscotti. Slightly tweaked. I don't want to say that they just took the same thing and just like straight up repackaged it. I think there are just like maybe a couple of minor differences, but they're so similar. However, though, I do want to state again that Raspberry Coconut Snowball with that name was out before as well. I just didn't get it back then to be able to review it. So this is still new to me. This was sent in PR, by the way, so I did not purchase this one. But I want to take you guys through the kind of usual review style of reading through the fragrance descriptions, talking about the notes, and then we'll kind of talk about how I think the Raspberry Coconut Snowball is just ever so slightly different, but also very much the same as vanilla currant biscotti. And then we'll talk strength and throw, which by the way, strength and throw here are actually quite good. So this is going to be a positive, a very positive review of a Homeworx candle. I know that those can sometimes be hard to come by, at least in terms of like the candle performance when it comes to strength and throw, but we have a good performer here for sure. First of all, this is currently on sale on the Homeworx website for $21. You should actually be able to use my discount code to be able to save 15% on this candle. So Homeworx recently updated our affiliate discount codes from 10% to 15% off. So if you don't have any rewards to use, you can definitely save an additional 15% with the code MELANIEP. That information is always in the description box down below. You do have to spend $40 or more still, but at least, you know, that'll save you 15%. Also, they revised their policy. Thankfully, they revised the policy regarding this, but you should be able to use your rewards now pretty much anytime you want. There may still be certain sales where the affiliate discount codes may not apply, but you should actually be able to also combine the affiliate discount codes, which are now, again, from 10% to 15% off, with most of the sales. I think that Homeworx heard all of our complaints about specifically the rewards not being able to be used. So they have made some updates, and I'm happy to report that they listened. I know a lot of us affiliates were, you know, just kind of sharing with them that some of the changes that they made in terms of the website in the last several months just were not super great. So I do appreciate Homeworx for taking that feedback and making the change. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this review. Take a look at the description box if you need, you know, if you need any further clarification on any of the stuff that I just talked about. Okay, juicy red raspberries are tossed with toasted coconut and layered in between angel food cake and vanilla to create a holiday treat like no other. The key notes here are fresh raspberry, toasted coconut, angel food cake, and vanilla bean. Now, I have to tell you guys, I haven't really eaten these in a long time, but in the past, I loved me some Hostess Snowballs. Specifically the pink ones, because I do love me some pink. Like, I'm big on pink. But the Hostess Snowballs definitely have a chocolate cake filling, if you will. And then there's like the creamy center, and then there's that weird like marshmallowy material around the chocolate cake. And then obviously you have that pink toasted coconut that is somehow magically attached to the outside of that marshmallow. So I was a little bit disappointed that this fragrance was more of a vanilla or angel food cake rather than a chocolate. I thought it would have been so good with the chocolate, but it definitely is more of like a vanilla vibe for sure. So what I really pick up here is I do get a really nice toasted coconut for sure. That is present here, but the raspberry does not smell like raspberry to me, you guys. And this is where I think this really makes me think this is a repackage of the vanilla currant biscotti. I really think this smells more like currants, and I'm just gonna grab the vanilla currant biscotti. Oh, man. This one, by the way, smells like a freaking powerhouse. I never even burned this one, so she's still good to go. By the way, she matches my nails perfectly. Yeah, I think the raspberry here is 100% currant. And I think it's the exact same currant that's in here. The fragrance notes, by the way, on the vanilla currant biscotti read red currants, almond cream, brown sugar, and baked cookie. All that being said, let's get back to the raspberry coconut snowball itself. So the raspberry to me smells like currant. I definitely pick up a little bit of like a toasted type note for sure. I'm gonna call it toasted coconut, but I wouldn't say that this candle screams coconut. If you're someone who generally like avoids coconut scented home fragrance because you just don't like it, there's a lot of people out there that for whatever reason don't like coconut. That's bizarre to me because I love it, but I get it. Personal preferences, right? But yeah, for me, this goes from the currant into that like toasted type note. We'll call it toasted coconut. And then it goes into a vanilla, or I guess you could say angel food cake. And there is also like a vanilla creaminess to this as well. I really don't think that this smells like a Hostess Snowball. I was kind of hoping for like my stepdad used to buy me the Hostess Snowballs like from the gas station down the street. Like sometimes when he would like be on his way home from work, he would grab a few of those like for my brothers and I. So I'm definitely very familiar with them. I don't think that this smells like those Hostess Snowballs do at all, but I think this is a very delicious scent. Like just this fragrance on its own is really, really yummy. But then again, I also liked the vanilla currant biscotti. By the way, vanilla currant biscotti was also repackaged as raspberry linzer cookie. So I really think that Harry is taking some of these scents and just tweaking them ever so slightly and repackaging them. A lot of us have known this for a while. Sometimes the names are changed. Sometimes he actually just keeps the same name. But for me, this is just so reminiscent of that candle from 2019. I don't remember when that TSV trio came out. I want to say it may have been 2020 or maybe 2021. If you remember when the TSV trio came out, where this was featured in a 3-wick format, definitely leave that down below in the comments. Again, I didn't pick that trio up, so you know, it wasn't for me. But that being said, I definitely like this scent, but I wish that it was actually, I wish that it smelled like the Hostess Snowballs. It doesn't. It doesn't even smell like raspberry to my nose. Now, the current I think is nice. This is a really well done current. It doesn't smell cheap. It doesn't smell overly generic. Like, it's really nice, but it's not raspberry. I don't think it's raspberry. If you happen to pick up raspberry here, definitely let me know down below. But for me, it smells like currants. In terms of strength and throw, you guys, okay, the strength of this one is like, it's taking me back to the kind of almost the OG days of the strength and throw of the original 3-wicks Homeworx candles when they were released on QVC. I'm gonna give the strength of this at like, it's a 7.5, 8. I know I haven't said that number for a long time, but this one is what I would consider a Homeworx powerhouse for sure. The throw, it also almost fills the entirety of the downstairs of the house. So I'm gonna put that at a solid 8 as well. I've had this in the entryway, I've had this in the kitchen. To be completely honest, I get the best performance out of it when I pop it into my Pottery Barn Chester Hurricane, but I don't have to have this in a Hurricane. It does just fine on these pedestals. It's a great performing candle, you guys. I've had no issues with the wicks. They are the skinnier, slightly more fragile wicks, so do be careful when trimming your wicks. And again, I limit my burn of my Homeworx candles to about 3 hours max. That I would highly, highly recommend that. I think on the bottom of the candles, I want to say that they tell you to not leave them lit for more than like 4 hours at a time. Well, this label is slightly older. Yeah, even on here, they say 3 to 4 hours at a time. Do not burn candle for more than 3 to 4 hours at a time. So if you are burning your Homeworx candles for 6, 7 hours and you're dealing with wicks that are falling over, that's why. If you get a really deep wax pool on these and, you know, you get heavy mushroom tops, they're gonna topple over, especially as you get towards the bottom of the candle. There's just no way for that wick to support itself. Now, they could use more sturdy wicks for sure, but that being said, I think if you follow the burn instructions, you won't deal with a ton of issues. At least I haven't personally. Strength and throw is not affected by that, so you know, definitely that's a separate complaint. But the wick issues, I think a lot of those could be resolved by just following the suggested burn time. I want to give you guys an overhead view to show you how beautifully pink this wax has stayed throughout the entire candle. There's been no sooting, no smoking from this. There's like, it's been just burning incredibly well. So let me give you guys an overhead shot. You can see it's not completely pulled out. I just lit this about, I don't know, I would say like 15 minutes ago. It has had no issues pulling out. So that little section that you see there will be just fine. But you can see there's no discoloration in the wax at all. Those flames are still tall and beautiful, and the sides of the jar are completely clean. So she is burning the way that I think a Homeworx candle should, and I'm really, really, oh, sorry about that. Oh, come on, camera, focus. Here, let's see. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Up there, oh, it's my camera's trying so hard right now, you guys. Okay, well, we'll have it focus on the pine cones. There we go. Yeah, like this one has just burned like like a Homeworx candle should. So I'm really, really thankful for Homeworx sending this one out. I don't think that I would need like multiples of this one, but I've really enjoyed this particular one. Since I still have a couple of the raspberry linzer cookie as well as the vanilla currant biscotti left over, I just don't think that, you know, I need more of this. But that being said, if you want to try this one, it's on sale this weekend and you can get a pretty good deal on it. So let me know your thoughts on raspberry coconut snowball in the comments down below. Let me know if you have the one from the TSV trio. And also let me know if you think it's reminiscent of either the raspberry linzer cookie or the vanilla currant biscotti. I really think this scent has been recycled a couple of times now. So, but I want to hear your guys' take as well. So let me know down below. Be sure to check out the description box on where to purchase this as well as the discount code. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if you have any questions and I will see you in the next one. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, have a great day. Toodaloo.